distinct pleasure of introducing one of my dear friends. Of course, all of these recipients are my dear friends. I was wishing I could have been up here to say something about each one of them. But this brother, Stephen Sherman, well, first I'll read. We couldn't put all of his bio in here because we had to make it fit. So I'll read what we have, but there's some other things I want to say about him. Stephen Sherman is 91 years old and one of the few surviving African-American veterans of World War II. Having served with honors in both the European and Pacific theaters of war, the fact that he was able to serve our country honorably has always been a source of great pride to him. He never forgot the words of one recruitment officer in 1939 who told him that he was only good for peeling potatoes and shining shoes. Excuse me. Each time he raised his rifle and fought as a man, he did his best to put the insult behind him. Besides dedicating himself to help as many of the homeless, disabled, and mentally ill veterans on the streets of America, Sherman also created the Dory Miller Memorial Foundation, named to honor the fallen Black World War II hero. Stephen is amazing. I don't know how many years we've known each other, but it's been a long time. And he's got more energy than me and most people half his age. He is an entrepreneur. He's a commander of a post in the Los Angeles area, American Legion post in the Los Angeles area. We didn't know that there was going to be this other conference here at the same time as T-Pop. And so I called him yesterday to let him know. Some of his World War II buddies are around. And he was obviously very excited about that. He came in and I introduced him to some people before before the luncheon, and he went right in. I didn't see what happened because I didn't go inside with him. They wouldn't let me in. I'm too young. but he went in there, and the first thing he did, he snapped a salute up there, just like he was, still serving. He still fits in his uniform. Same uniform when he was in the military. Anyway, I come to find out after he went in there that even though he wasn't planning to be there, and even though he was on the roster, he was up on that stage addressing everybody before that thing was over. So he's just a born leader, and he has dedicated his life to helping people. He has been engaged in promoting and letting everybody know about Dory Miller, who is an African-American a sailor who during the attack on Pearl Harbor got up on one of the battleships, I think it was, and shot down some Japanese planes. And nobody wanted to give him credit for it at the time, but he has fought, and as a result of his hard work and some other people he's worked with, Dory Miller got a stamp here, I think last year, or the year before last, and they're working on getting a memorial for him as well. Medal of Honor. So, anyway, Stephen Sherman, why don't you say a few words?
As a 91-year-old World War II veteran and founder of the Dory Miller Memorial Foundation,
Mike.
I am honored to be recognized by the Black Meetings and Tourism magazine. I appreciate them for giving me a bigger voice to share how together we can make a better future for our returning veteran soldiers and senior veterans. And the Apex Award means a great deal to me because this is a great organization. I have been friends to this family here for years, and I love them dearly. and they do a good job, and they let the black people know where we can go and have vacations and things. And I really appreciate that. I don't get a chance to have many vacations because I want every homeless veteran in this United States to get off the streets in 2 years. I can't look down the line and say 10 or 12 years we get it done. I'm 91, we got to do it now. So that's why I will be at the White House on the 24th, I think. It'll be next week. I'll be at the White House speaking with Mr. Obama on that. And they've already given me an honor. I was the champion of change distinction, and I will go to Washington D.C. and I'll be sure to recognize that. I will let you people know that let them know that you're behind me. I started the Dory Miller American Legion, the Dory Miller Foundation, because I was here in Denver in the year 2000, and I was going over to Safeway store right here on 22nd Avenue. By the way, this is my home, so I know it. I live in Los Angeles, but this is my home. And I was with my brother to get some groceries, and there was a veteran standing over out there begging for a few pennies, and I looked at him, and then he didn't look right. And I told him, I said, this is a veteran, now let me out. I got to talk to this veteran right here in Denver. And he had sores all on his arms and his face and his hair, and he was dirty and crazy. And I asked him, I said, are you a veteran? He said, yes, sir. You know, you can live a million years, and whenever you know a veteran, because most of them won't say yes, sir, and no, sir. He said, yes, sir. He said, I was a captain in Vietnam. And that broke my heart. And I said, look here, you're going to have to go to the doctor and look at the sores on your arms. Let's do it now. Get in my car. So he got in, and on the way over there, he was telling me that when he came home, he just couldn't get himself together. You know what he had? He had PTSD. That's what he had. But see, and I came home on a hospital ship. We had to bury we had to literally burn. Now in Europe, they would give up, surrender. But in Japan, you had to kill them to the last man. And after we got done in Europe, they redlined all engineers, and we had to go down through the Panama Canal to Okinawa, and that's where we was when they dropped the atomic bombs. My outfit had to kill all them Japanese on the island of Okinawa because Okinawa was full of caves, and they had went in the caves loaded with ammunition. If you stuck your head in there, you'd get it blown off. My organization, my company, had to clean out those caves, literally burn all those men alive, and then shove dirt in front of those caves, knowing there was human beings in there that's going to live. And that hurt all of us, and we all had PSTD and TBI, but we didn't know it. And I explained to the man when they gave me my discharge what was wrong. I couldn't get things put together. And he said, well, if you get depressed or anything, just take a couple aspirin, give me my discharge. And through the years, that's why it stayed on my mind. And I just want to help these homeless veterans. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you.